Inspiring leader is
baloney.
And I'm not talking about what it gives you. No, I think that's perfectly fine. It takes up your ASI, and then you can give yourself and your party a respectable amount of temp HP after every short rest. Now, hopefully, you're taking this when Charisma is your primary or secondary stat, so at level 4, you should have it at least up to a +3, which means the temp HP given will be 7. An average fighter of that level who's not dumping con should have somewhere in the range of 40 HP, so the Inspiring Leader bonus would effectively give him a 17% health boost. Nothing to sneeze at, it'll tank a hit or two. For a wizard of that level, even if you build for a high constitution, he's gonna have around 30. That's a 23% increase, at least. At level 8, and at this point your charisma could be +4 if you're building right, you give 12 temp HP. The same fighter and wizard will have around 76 HP and 58 HP, so at this point, the boost will be around 16% and around 21%. Yeah, it falls off a bit, but it's still gonna tank a hit from something. And mind you, these calculations are for characters who build for a high constitution and took the average roll on the hit dice. It's entirely possible you're building for something else or got shafted on the rolls, or maybe just didn't want to play that kind of character. So your wizard might only have 22 HP at level 4 and 42 at level 8. That means that Inspiring Leader would give you a 32% and a 29% effective increase in HP at those levels. So yeah, I think the feat is fine. It might not seem like much, but it can really round up the party, covering for some shortcomings. It opens up more creative build routes when you don't have to worry about HP as much, as it can effectively grant you more than an extra level worth of health. What I do have a problem with is this! 10 minutes? What kind of inspiring speech lasts 10 freaking minutes? How's that gonna strengthen the resolve to fight? Yeah, they might be all fired up for the first minute or two, but if you keep going, you're just gonna bore them to death.
But boss, it doesn't say you have to hold a speech. They don't even need to hear you.
Yeah, well, it's fucking implied, isn't it? What are you gonna do? Jerk them off over 10 minutes?
Just because it's implied doesn't mean you actually have to give a speech.
Oh, shut up, Wing. Misty Step doesn't say you bring your gear with you like some other spells, but I'm pretty sure nobody rules that you appear on the other end naked. Let's take a look at some iconic inspiring speeches. Aragon's speech lasted less than a minute, and the most inspiring moment of that was when he charged first. In Braveheart, it lasted 2 minutes, including the people pitching in. Let's have a look at a real-life example. The speech Major Dragutin Gavrilovich gave to the 10th Infantry Regiment during the Austrian assault on Belgrade, which inspired a fierce counterattack against impossible odds into certain death, lasted a minute at most. You wanna know how you inspire someone to fight? You play some fucking Hammerfall for them. You wanna know what a 10-minute speech is like?
My friends, my soldiers, my sons, my daughters. Once again, we find ourselves facing perilous foes. Foes that, given half a chance, would see us brutally killed, and all we love destroyed. But we've faced danger before. Together, we've beaten back an orc warband, escaped a goblin ambush, and slain a remores that was hunting us. As long as we stuck together and protected each other, we did prevail, as we always have. Many times we've even held back against our enemies, recognizing our own power. And I believe that we can win this battle. Let me hear your battle cry. A battle cry most noble, a battle cry most honorable, a battle cry filled with determination, a battle cry embodying your wish to protect which you hold dear, your family, your friends back home, who you'd save from facing this evil. As any other evil we faced before, no matter how big or small, like on the very first day when you fought off the pair of kobolds that burrowed into your grandfather's cellar, or when you BTFO'd the thugs that extorted your mother's shop. I am no diviner. I cannot judge the future save from the past. And in the past, we have triumphed in every battle we fought, and that is worth more than any soothsayer or god, because it was with you, my dear companions, whom I trust above all else, not only for the countless time we battled side by side, but for all the peaceful days we spent together. I shall always remember every bottle of wine we've shared, every mug of ale we've raised, every game of dragon chess we've played, every joke we made, every meal we prepared, every coin we've haggled out of blacksmith Smith. Those are the days we live for, and fight for. It is not for praise that we do what we do, nor our remembrance in the future. We do what we do because life is now, and we won't let our enemy, devoid of any passion or principle, control how we live our lives. because we live our lives the way we want, not by someone else's whim. And we are here because nobody else can. Nobody else can fight like we can. As a coherent unit, able to communicate and coordinate without speaking, we need not worry, because we know we can rely on each other to watch each other's backs and adapt at a moment's notice. Whatever the enemy tries to surprise us with, we will turn the tables on them. We have before us a way of winning this battle that nobody else can even attempt. We have the means to do so. We just need to be committed to the team. Our enemy can do no such thing. Sure, maybe they have a devious trap here or there, but they can't work off of each other like us. You've seen what they did to that village. They are just mindless monsters craving destruction, rushing mindlessly to attack us. Are we really expected to lose to such a foe? No! Of course not! It's a simple matter of outsmarting and outmaneuvering them. Something we perfected through experience. Be honest with me. Who else but us could take on a task like this? We took on the quest and slowly pulled ourselves through the mud. We are filthy and exhausted and sweaty. But here we are, the only ones that are willing to go this far. At least, for now. Now, all we need is to get the ball rolling. Start the momentum so that others may follow. It is our privilege to spill our blood in the name of liberty. It is our privilege to fight for what is right. It is our privilege to die this very day, and to rest until the end of time, lest that cleric brings us back. And if she does, then we shall gladly do it all over again. For that is the bond we share between us and between justice. Others might have given up many times over before getting to this point, but not us. We push on. Many would have given up on this speech by now, but not us. Nay, we see things through to the end, no matter how tough or tedious they are. It matters not to us if a fight is 6 seconds or 600. We don't stop until we win, and if we fall, we just get right back up. Because that's how we live our lives. This is not an enemy that will hear reason. It is not something we can negotiate with, because they don't have any compassion, no sympathy, nor empathy, and feel no remorse for what they do. They don't even do it because they think it's just. They do it because they think they can. And because they can, they have to. But we are here to show them that they can't. Because we stand in their way, and we will continue to stand in their way no matter how many times they try. If we don't completely and utterly annihilate them right now, which we will do, for an enemy that has no remorse deserves none in return. I know many of you feel fear, except for you, Green, my lizard man friend. It is only natural, for it shows we are men. Don't take it personally, Green. Men who have much to lose, and must take up arms to protect it. There's a disheartening joy in having something to fight for, yes, but that's what makes life worth living. And I want you to think about what makes your life worth living. Return to your happy place, where you feel nothing but serene joy. A place surrounded by lively people. The morning sun shining in over the roofs of your neighbors' homes, perhaps. A friendly competition between you and challengers, where no matter who turns out victorious, you help each other up and hug to commemorate your newfound friendship. Or perhaps simple joys, like bathing in the warm summer sun. That is why we're here today, to partake in a little bit of death. Just a little bit. and mostly the enemies. And where will we go from here? Onwards and upwards. The clouds are parting in our glory. Oh, never mind. It's raining. It wasn't when I wrote this, I swear. But it's very appropriate for today. These waters of life invigorate us and represent the dark shroud we will descend on our foes. Standing here, in front of the dungeon we're about to invade, it's hard to not get cold feet. The longest journey begins with a single step, and that step is always the hardest to take. But remember how you felt in similar situations. And certainly, the rest of the journey will be no cakewalk. I'm sure the enemy has prepared many traps for us and constructed their lair in such a way to drain our strength and our spirit. But we are no fledglings who go around using True Strike, nor do we just think about ourselves. We hold our enemies in place so they can't escape our damaging spell's area of effects, and we help each other land blows. It is strategies like these that have gotten us through tight spots, why we are stronger than the sum of our parts, why we fight together. So now, I say, my friends, my soldiers, my sons, my daughters, once again we find ourselves facing decrepit foes. Foes that, given half a chance, would flee at the sight of us, and backstab their allies when their plan falls apart. For we shall face danger again. Together, we shall beat any warband, escape any ambush, and slay any foe. As long as we stick together and protect each other, we shall prevail, as we always have. Many times we've even held back against our enemies, recognizing our own power. And I know that we will win this battle. Let me hear your battle cry!
There! Now just replay the last 10 minutes of this video a few times and that's what it's gonna look like in your game world. The only thing you're gonna be inspired to do is murder the self-centered son of a bitch who thought it'd be a good idea to waste everybody's fucking time! It's ridiculous, I mean. 1 minute should be enough. You couldn't do it in combat and it's not like you can abuse it anyway since you can only benefit from it once per short rest. Yeah, anyway, rant over. If you like this video, share it around. Thanks for watching and I'll see you next time.
If you don't want more of this kind of trash being made, then please just do us all a favor and just smash that dislike button. Please. Please.